talking Thunder with our own Carson Cunningham, Mark Rogers, as well as Alex Roig. Okay, we took some questions, got some questions from our viewers. Want to start with this one. Gary says, will Chris Paul stay in Oklahoma City? And will the Thunder make the playoffs this season? Who wants those two?
All right, I'll go. I would say that there's not much of a possibility of making the playoffs. There's an outside chance. Chris Paul, I think, will be in Oklahoma City at least for a while because it's so difficult to trade his contract. They asked him, would you give up your player option, which would make you more tradable, give away $42 million at the end of your deal? He said no. Oklahoma City looks fine to me right now. So, yeah, I think he's going to be here.
Y'all agree with those assessments?
I think he's going to be here just because of that fact that he's such a difficult contract to trade. They traded Russell Westbrook, who was a top 3 or 4 hardest contract to trade, for maybe the second most hardest contract to trade in Chris Paul. So I think they're both going to put on a brave face. Chris Paul's going to be waving that OKC flag. He started his career here as an Oklahoma City Hornet. Until a team, I think once they start the season, a team's going to get desperate to start winning. What if Milwaukee in the East falls behind the Sixers? Maybe they'll get desperate. They lost their point guard this year. A team in the East, I think, could get desperate to want to win some games and maybe can swallow the Chris Paul contract at that point. But until they play some games, or maybe at least until we get to December where teams can have more pieces to move, he's going to be here until then.
Do you think Thunder fans just embrace Chris Paul? He was here before. They just say, hey, we love you until you give us a reason not to?
I think they'll embrace him for the nostalgia factor. But I think there is a standoffishness about it because they know that he's probably not going to be here for the foreseeable future. He'll be here for the foreseeable future, but not years down the line.
One thing I think is good, though, is that the league is very reactionary. And Toronto won a title with a rent-a-player, basically. And so what Carson said is right. If the Lakers get desperate or they need a guy, maybe they'll take on that extra salary at the end to go, hey, we want to win it once, and then we'll figure out how to unravel the team like Oklahoma City has. So his contract may not be tradable today, but it could be tradable at some point based on what happens to the other teams in the league.
Yeah, I think Sam's playing the long game with Chris Paul. And to his point, we all loved Chris Paul here. He was like our first love of the NBA. I think he's largely responsible. The NBA worked here and proved we could have an NBA team with fan support. But then he kind of became the enemy. He played for those Clippers teams that were so hated going up against Kevin and Russ. So it's kind of an awkward relationship. It's not quite the homecoming we thought it might be just a few years ago.
Yeah, we may need some chat therapy to get through this next part, right? What were you saying, Alex?
I mean, to the organization, Chris Paul is house money. So they got him in the Westbrook trade. They got a couple assets along with that. They're not going to trade him if they have to give up assets to get rid of him. They'll keep him until a good deal comes by that they don't have to give up assets.
Michael said, if we're rebuilding, are we even looking at a new head coach? There's a lot of criticism of our head coach, and you all made some great points in his favor. But there's just as many fans out there that they won't even get past the Billy Donovan question when they talk about the Thunder.
Well, I think they said the same thing about Scott Brooks. I mean, I think Brian Keating makes this point, it's a great one. Fans don't buy jerseys that say Donovan or Presti on the back. They buy jerseys of the players. So they're going to blame the front office and the head coach. And we're such a college market. We're so used to college football to where the coach takes all of the blame, the players do not. I think it just trickles over to that. Look, do I think Billy Donovan's faultless in this? No. I didn't think he did a good job the last 2 years in the playoffs. I thought he did a great job his first year when they had Kevin, but in Billy's defense, the roster has completely changed 3 years in a row. That's a hard team to coach. He mentioned how difficult it is to coach Russell Westbrook as well. So we're going to see what he can do this year with a young team, a rebuilding team, and Sam Presti will go from there. I think it's pretty telling, though, that Sam has not extended his contract. We'll have to wait and see.
What's the future of Steven Adams?
Well, I think in Oklahoma City, he can still be a productive center, and I think there's things that he can do differently. Russell Westbrook all the time would allow his man to be switched on to Steven Adams, and Steven Adams had to go out and guard on the perimeter. And I don't think that with this young team we'll see as much switching, and that'll allow him to stay down near the basket and really be better for him. So I think Steven Adams is going to have his best season. Last season was his best season, but he's all of a sudden been criticized so much in the offseason. I think that he's going to turn into a much better player.
Well, I think people forget he's only 26 years old.
He's a baby.
He's going to be a part of this next rebuild. He's going to be kind of the veteran voice for all these young players they're about to draft. I mean, it's crazy to think Steven Adams is 26 years old. He looks 36 with the mustache and the beard and everything else, but it's easy to forget he's still not even in his prime yet. So I think he's here for the long haul now. Everyone wanted to trade him at first to get more pieces around Paul and Russ, but since that's gone, I think Sam and them, they need some veteran presence in this locker room
Yeah.
coming forward. So I think Steven will be here for the long
And
haul.
without Westbrook in the fold, he might actually lead the league in rebounds.
And real
Give
quickly,
him
because
up.
we're almost out of time, but this idea, the legacy that Russell Westbrook leaves behind in the city. I just was thinking the other day at the zoo with my kids, gee, I'm really sad that he's not going to be here. And my kids were like, why are you thinking about this? But I think he's been in just so much a part of our city's identity.
Yeah.
How do we move forward?
He is, so when you look at basketball cities, Michael Jordan, Chicago,
Yeah.
Magic Johnson, Lakers, he's going to be our identity. He's the guy that represents Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah.
And so anytime somebody says Oklahoma City Thunder, obviously one of the things they're going to talk about is going to be Russell Westbrook because he's that intertwined with our identity.
Yeah, for sure. And we just move forward, right? We just
Today's the first step in that, watching him be introduced as a
Yeah,
Houston
you're
Rocket.
right, you're
and then
right.
the first game is going to be really weird because
Yeah.
we still see highlights of Russ in Oklahoma City, and you could just kind of take for granted that it's going to be there. So it'll
Yeah.
be strange when it's not.
Well, and he'll have a statue. He'll have his number 0 in the rafters. They might rename Reno Westbrook Way. I mean, they're going to do everything they can to honor him, and his name will be here forever. So it's a sad ending, the way it ended and the way it all shook out. We thought he'd spend his whole career as a member of the
Yeah.
Thunder, but he's going to go try and get a ring with James Harden. So it'll be kind of fun to watch.
And we can't begrudge him that, but we've got to move forward, kind of like a relationship. It's really relationship stories here as we work through all of this change. Al, I want to say thank you to Carson
thanks, Maggie.
and to Mark
Maggie.
and Alex. Thank you so much for being here. This was so fun. Let's
Yeah,
do this again. Let's
let's do
not
it.
wait again
Definitely,
for our team to be
definitely.
blown up for y'all to come back in. This was too fun.
We can talk college football too.
Okay, I'm down. Let's do it.